going to click on guest. You are going to click on guest. When doing that invite, after doing that invite a guest, and it's going to come up with the StreamYard link, you're going to copy to clipboard. Copy to clipboard. Press the X. Now you can go ahead and post it here in the chat. Just click on post comment and drop it there. Or you can go back on YouTube because you're eventually going to go over there. You can post it over there. However, it's whichever way you choose, it's going to be there. So drop it right there, and then you go back on your YouTube channel to pin the link. So see, I have it there. What I'm gonna do is click down on it. Oh, I touched instead of click. So I'm gonna click down on it, and I am going to pin message. And there you go, my stream is pinned. So this is basically how you go about using.
What's up, y'all? This is just the testing real quick. Trying to see if I can set up my moderator status. You dig what I'm saying? Gonna give some people some moderator tags. See if anybody come in. Hit the chat, hit the link. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm handing out moderator tags. You dig what I'm talking about? You probably come back through in a second and do a live. I'm just trying to see who come through real quick. Come on and get your moderator tag, man. See y'all starting to come in. Go on, hit the chat. Sub, like, share real quick. Yeah, what I'm talking about. Get your moderation tag. Hit the link. Come get your tag, man. Hit the link. Come get your tag, man. Okay. Hit the link. Come get your tag, man. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Hit the link. Come get your tag, man. My user potato timeout. What? Mark user for user and timeout. Crazy part is maybe I gotta go to my page. Maybe I gotta go. Trying to. Let me see. Home. Okay, go to live. Yeah. Wow, it's only letting me either block or report. I was trying to. Huh. Hmm. Let your brother figure it out. Uh. Wow. It's not letting me. Notifications. Create. Participants. Okay. Oh, say you on the plantation listening, huh, Lawrence? You too, Bronze, huh? I ain't mad at you, man. Go get that money. It's not letting me add any moderators. Interesting. Hmm. Yo. Hmm. She's only letting me time you out or put you in. I don't know. I'll get it figured out, man. Let me see something real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Open this up. Open up my Google Drive. Okay. Just trying to make sure I can be heard. Man, peace to the God, man. Malachi Maccabee, Lawrence Burton, Bronze Yost, the goddess. Sister Tikva is in the house. You dig what I'm talking about? Man, I was trying to give everybody their let me hit edit. Nope. Man, I'm trying to give everybody their moderator tags. It is acting stupid. And the things that I was just looking at, I don't see anymore. Um, let's see, hide that. Well, this is just gonna be a quick reading, some Owaspy literature. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody then got into it yet, but this is Owaspy literature here, uh, called the Gospel of the Iesu. Have any of y'all ever heard of an iesu before? Well, it should sound familiar if you've ever read the original King James Version Bible. This is the title or the name that they give to the person eventually and historically that is called Jesus. Right in the King James Version, just like they did in the Council of Nicaea, they couldn't come together in one belief as to who the prophet of the God should be. The inspiring angel Luamong, the false Christ, goes on to tell him, well, we can't settle on just one man, but all the great men that we've heard about in history have all been iesu. So let's call the man iesu. And this is where you get your name Jesus from. This is the Gospel of iesu by Don Picard, 1982. Let me go here. Make sure everybody can see it. The sign of iesu. All right. We're just gonna do a little quick read, man. Just a little quick build, man. Everybody can go catch on to this. You dig what I'm talking about? No intros, no nothing. You know what I mean? Noticing a lot of people like a lot of their shit with sugar in it. You know what I mean? They try to make everything make sense. You dig what I'm talking about? Even when they're lies. You know what I mean? Uh, I try to be more objective with it personally. You know what I mean? And read from the text itself without just applying my own beliefs to it. You dig what I'm saying? Just just read and let you come to it on your own. You know what I mean? But we need to go deeper into these texts. You know what I mean? And just really look at them and just see them for what they are. You dig what I'm talking about? Peace to the Creator gang. That's right. Abundant blessings. Malachi Maccabee say honor and humility. Say abundant blessings to all in the chat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go grab this thing real quick, and we gonna run the base real quick. I'm gonna go grab my little split by team, and I'll be right back, man. Somebody, one of y'all gotta help your brother figure out how to make moderators. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm gonna get it together. You know what I mean? But until then, man, let's just run the base and I'll be right back. I took me a shot of some bitters this morning, man, and an iron pill, and boy, I feel strong. You did what I'm talking about. To my boy Jaway, shoot you another one, brother. Say no more. You know, let's get up in here real quick. Sub, like, share, man. Hit that thumbs up button when you're coming in. Let me get this off the screen real quick. We're all up in the house. Tikva in the house. Dreadful Cosma. Shana. Yael. Bataya. I love that name, man. You dig what I'm talking about? I just like the name. You dig what I'm saying? And a lot of the you know, the Israelite names, you know what I mean, are they, for me personally, they hard to pronounce, you know what I mean, sometimes, you know, but that one just rolls off the tongue. Shana, you know what I mean? And what the sister Goat be saying, that Shana na. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to the Goat, man. She had a good live the other day too, man. Shout out to everybody coming through in the chat. You dig what I'm talking about? This your boy Cosmonian, man. We gonna get into some deeper faithless readings. Many may have not got into. I'm gonna drop the link for this. I'm gonna figure out how to drop the link and put the link in the chat. If I don't put it in the chat up here, I will definitely put it in the chat in the group. You dig what I'm talking about? But this is a book by Don Picard, a faithist, written in 1982, called The Book of the Iesu, or the Book of the, what could be mistaken as the Book of the Prophet. We also have a Book of the Prophet. That is a different book, but this is the Book of the iesu. You know what I mean? Which is a person who is above earthly desires. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can blow this up just a little bit. Let me see. How do I blow this up? Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I might have to move myself out the way too. Okay. Turn this down and let's get into it, man. But you know what? Before we go into it, man, let's play some bills.
Welcome. Bye. left or right, that's how does I come, left or right, hey, ooh yeah, ah boy.
All right, it's your hostess with the most. It's burning like toasters, man. Cosmo and Cal right back at it, y'all. We just gonna dive right in. I ain't gonna hold you up too much long. You dig what I'm talking about? I ain't got all day in this live anyway. So gotta get to some things today. Shout out to the QRD U football team, man. We putting our own football team together. The Quinn Road Tar Heels. You know what I mean? First practice will be Wednesday and Saturdays. Just training. Till we go into our uh, real practices coming up in June. You know what I mean? So shout to the QRD, to the Quinn Road Youth Football. Shout to TCB uh, Youth Mentoring Program, and shout to Biggie Vet for putting this thing together, man, and doing something wonderful for the kids, man, giving them an outlet in the hood, you know what I mean? So they're not just, they can use all that talent that they've been given, you know what I mean? That's dope, bro. So I got your back, and I'm glad you called me today, reminding me. And I will be there with bells on, sir. So let's get it popping. Chapter 1. Hold on, let me go back just a little bit. This is the gospel of iesu, right? Now, let's go into real quick. Some of the definition of an iesu. Right here. Go down a little bit. And I'm going to go directly into the index. Okay. And now this is interesting, right? Because iesu, right? Or iesu, or Yeshua, signifying without evil, right? Iesu is from which came the name Yeshua. When a man attains to be one with the all light, he is iesu. The child Zarathustra, what it says, has no sex. He is in Yeshua, an iesu, a passionless birth. Hatuas. Hatuas is who we know historically as Constantine said in the Council of Nicaea, all the lawgivers chosen by the gods have been iesu. You know what I mean? Y'all can check that out in Owaspy. But I'm not gonna dig all off into that today, because we into the book of iesu. But I just wanted to give a little background. Who are some of the great iesus that we've heard of in time? Uh, Zarathustra, uh, also mistakenly called Zoroaster. They're actually two different people, roughly 6,500 years apart. Right? One is an ancient Persian. The second one is a Persian also, but he comes around the year uh, 500 or so, and was in the court of um, the uh, the Persians and Babylonians, um, of not Cambyses, but Darius and all that. You know what I'm talking about? He was a seer and a prophet for those guys, 6,500 years apart. But here is the book of Iesu, chapter 1. In the beginning, the word was. The word of Ahua. Now, mind you, I know you heard of Ahura Mazda, Ahura, but this is Ahua. Ahua means the large men, right? Mazda means master of or lord of, right? The large men. Ahua. You dig what I'm saying? We ain't gonna show you, right? And the Ahua Mazdian law is the school of knowledge kept by God and his lords for teaching mortals and angels during the time of Zarathustra. It is called the Ahua, not the Ahura Mazdian. The Ahua, it is named after the type of man that was on the planet at the time. Ahua, not Ahura, but we can see how that could easily be mixed. It is called the Ahua Mazda law because God and his lords, through their Ashar, keep guard and rule over all good mortals and angels for their own exaltation in the heavens above, right? And just like we told you, Ahua Mazda revealed the secrets of heaven to Zarathustra. This were the first book, the Zarathustrian law. And the second is the Ahua Mazdian law, right? So the word of Ahua Mazda, or the God, not the creator, the God spoke, right? The word of Ahua Mazda spoke through the gods. Thus, the word, with all lawfully ordained gods, crowned by the great spirit Ioa. Ahua Mazda, the creator, right? Don't get it twisted. Just letting you know, Ahua Mazda. Remember, Ahua Mazda praised Ormazd, right? So, but when you tie in Ahua Mazda, right, to the creator, we gotta understand that Ahua Mazda praised the creator, but the name is still synonymous. Ahua Mazda, the creator, was therefore before any other was brought into life. Therefore, all things came into being through the expression of Ahua Mazda, the everlasting word. All things came to be through him, and without the great spirit, none entered into the consciousness of themselves as a separate I am. What came into manifestation through the spirit of Ahua Mazda, whose word is continually echoing throughout creation, and life itself shall always be to mankind the evidence of the light beyond all men. Ever doth light shine into darkness, nor can the dark overcome the light, because both conditions are alike unto Ahura Mazda, the one great life of all. So when they tell you that dark is bad and light is good, just understand that with the Creator, both conditions are alike. There is no light without dark. There is no dark without light. You dig what I'm saying? And they are not good or bad or light or good or evil. They are both necessary conditions to all creation and seen as the same in the eyes of the Great Spirit. Right? Came a man whose life was ordained before his birth to the corporeal world, and this man was born iesu and named Yeshu. This is your amalgamated part of your amalgamated Jesus. Right? And remember, we speak in the ancient Persian language, right? Phoenician. So many of the vowels are interchangeable. So even though you have a J and an O, you know what I mean? Many would think Joshua is still, it sounds like yeah, not necessarily yo or Joe. It's still yeah or Yahshu. None amongst mankind was sent to testify to him or introduce him, for in himself he personified the all light within the limitations of mortality. This is a high raised prophet, one who is above sensuality, sexuality, or all physicality. So the idea that Jesus, Yeshua, could have had children is impossible. Not only wouldn't he have married, he wouldn't want to have married, nor have sex. Why? Because he in himself is personified as the all light within the limitations of mortality or physicality. Nor spake he other than as directed. So look, so he, everything that you ever heard, true Yeshua, all the reiterating of the Mosaical doctrines, not to eat meat, don't kill anything. He never spoke a word of it to himself. Why? Because he was so high raised, there was no need. The God spoke directly through him. This is how you get an 11 or 12-year-olds astounding the masters inside the Egyptian adept schools, right? He didn't go to school to learn any of that. So how did he know it? Because he's inspired. Nor spake he other than as directed by the light beyond all other lights. For he sought not that which is reckoned glory in the sight of men. He spoke as inspired, didn't I tell you? He spoke as inspired, and his words were words of truth directed unto his own nation. The light, the truth light that illumines all mankind had always been with men since the beginning, And at no time had mortals been left to flounder in darkness, unsupported by the host of the higher heavens. At no time. Ehud Mazda spoke through many iesu, and thus planted faith in Ehud Mazda, so that it was firmly rooted on the earth. He came unto his own, and only a minority of his people recognized that he was iesu. Thus, these who perceived the real authority behind him blessed Eloah, the great Eloah, which is the name the Israelites use for the great spirit, the great I am, Eloah. The great I am, who had given them a prophet, iesu, at birth, a passionless man. He ain't want no sex. He ain't want to drink. He ain't want to hunt. He ain't want to kill. He ain't want to play no sports. He had no earthly ambition, only heavenly ambitions, and the highest. Because what he say? He say, the light that illumines all mankind had been with me and since the beginning, at no time had mortals left flounder. He said also right here, for he saw not that which is reckoned glory in the sight of men. Right? So he didn't want what y'all want. They different. In the main, right? Or for the majority, his own people did not take him to themselves because of a spiritual darkness over them and the influence of idol worship, in particular, Baal and the goddess Ashtaroth. Yes, to as many who believed in his doctrines and carried them out in their lives, he was able to reveal the secret mysteries, the art of healing, the hidden gnosis or knowledge, so that these grew wiser in spiritual perception than all the rest. To as many who embraced the faith in the great spirit Eoah, was the door open to the true path in life that leads to eternal resurrection and ascension for the soul, just like we are today. Just like we are with the created gang, just like they are with the seventh era faiths. Right? Shout to the Elohas and all the Emeth all the way around the world. Huh? Who are the Emeth, Cosmon? Emeth are the faiths. Ever wonder why you took an Emeth Shabbat, an oath to Emeth? Huh? Ever wondered why you were called faiths? Yeshua, the real Yeshua, who, by the way, was born in 146 BC, died 36, not 33 years later in 110 during the Hasmonean dynasty. 110 years before 0 AD and the so-called birth of Jesus. But we don't get a so-called birth of Jesus actually to the ecumenical putting together of the Bible during the time of Constantine in the Nicene Council, 326. We have nobody speaking of this man, Jesus, during his time. But we do have people speaking, even Josephus speaking on the so-called man named Christ, not Yeshu. not Yeshua, and definitely not Jesus. This is why nobody of his time ever spoke about him. Eusebius, none of them. None of them. Why? Because he wasn't there. He's not real. He's an amalgamated character of all the greatest iesus. But what Yeshua do? What Yeshua do? He revealed the true, the real Father, not God, not Lord God, not Messiah, no Savior. He revealed the real Father, the Great Spirit, Iesu, and the grace of the Father shone brightly in his deeds and words. He sought nothing in life for himself. This is how they kept one pair of shoes till they fell apart. This is why they only had one change of clothes. Why? Because the iesu, the high-raised spiritual man, knows that all corporality is vanity. He sought nothing in life for himself, desiring only to do the will of the great Eloah, the Great Spirit, to the uttermost humanly possible. We saw the glory of the Great Spirit in him and loved deeply that which we saw. Grace was poured plentifully into him, not just Yeshua, all iesu, the great Chinese of China, who China is named after. Also, there is a way, because there are many men who are not born are iesu, but attain to iesu. Huh? What about Brahma? Y'all forget about Brahma, who reached the level of 99 while on earth? It's only 0 to 99. What they call 1 through 100 or 0 to 99 in spirit rate. Brahma reached 99, and he wasn't born that way. How holy was that man? Grace was poured plentifully into him, and he gave it top, all who asked of him, or I think that's supposed to say to, and he gave it to all who asked of him. In the name of the Great Spirit, Iesu, he blessed them all. Didn't I tell you? As Chinese had invoked the sacred name of Iesu and raised his hands and blessings on the sick, even to raising the dead, Chinese did it too. So likewise did the last of the prophets, who is Yeshua. He revealed the full meaning of the laws of Moses had taught. He came not to abolish the law, but to restate it, to express it in terms of mortal conduct. Y'all don't hear Yeshua. This is my dude, man. They always try to paint him out as a punk in the Bible. You dig what I'm talking about? Like he was just this softy. Waspi reveals he was a severe teacher. Huh? He didn't cut no corners. He told you the truth, and then he told it to you on a level that you could understand it, understanding that most people ain't got it like him. He told it in parables. But to his followers, those who could get it, he told them plain. Huh? And for it, he was killed. Remember, he ain't teaching God. That was the whole beef with the Pharisees and Sadducees. He was talking to Creator, not they God. Remember, Jews are not Israelites. They are a total different people doing a total different thing. Thus, who accepted his doctrines did already in the earth life begin the life of resurrection and ascension, create a gang. The real power became theirs by faith in the name of the all person, the creator, the great spirit, Iesu. Other faiths had not. The Jews had not this power. The Hellenistic had not this power. The Buddhists, the Brahmins, the Osirians had not this power. The Christos doctrine had not this power. The Tamils had not. The Taoists, the only other ones who was teaching it like this. But remember, he the last of them. Nobody in his time had it like this. But we can go back and see some who do. The ancient Vedic, the Vrishvedi. We can go back and see these ancient peoples. The great Hotiyin. We can go back to America and see the great Egoquim, who they call Algonquins. They had a power like this. Still do today. Owaspi say, look at the remnant of the niggas of America. Who? The Algonquins of America. Who? The Vishvredi of America. Who? The sons of Capilia in America. Their book is a power today in 2023. It's only one group in America spitting this Owaspi. These are the sons of Haonga. The sons of the great Iwata. Ain't no everybody didn't have this. It's been 25 years less of 6,000 because they didn't have this, that they've been oppressing you. In 25 years, in the year 2047, 2048, it'll be 6,000 years that you've been consistently oppressed since the time of Abram. Oh yeah, Abram ain't 4,000 years ago. Abram 6,000 years ago. 3953 BC, beginning of the Ark of Spita. He was already 40. So that means, when was Abram born, y'all? 3993 BC in the Ark of Lu. This is why when you see Abram, when you see the cosmological signs of Brahma, when you see the cosmological signs of the great Pope, they are in a lion and a ram, because they were in both cosmological times. He was born in Leo, or the lion, or Hercules. This is why Hercules got and is representative of the sun, and also wears the lion, right? Remember, much of this stuff is spiritual things told in allegory. Not that they're not real, but they won't be real until you understand and can explain the allegory. This is why it's dope being a faithist, because we don't got to turn down nothing. We take what worked for us and twist it up. Now, y'all know me. I don't like sugar in my shit. You either gonna give me some straight shit, and I know it's some crap, and then I'll try to glean something from that. Well, don't try to put no sugar in it and try to tell me this is a smoothie. No, that's a glass full of shit a book full of shit. And let's look at it like that. Huh? Because when you look at it and you judge it, you can find the line of light. There is truth in everything, even in the lies. But how are you finding the line of light? How are you getting to the truth? That's the key. Why? Because other faiths had not this power and so were impotent. And this truth holds just as true today as it did in the earth life of the last of the prophets, the iesu, Yeshua. Huh? 146 BC. Huh? The Great Spirit write the gospel of iesu. The Great Spirit, write the gospel of iesu. He said because man was thick in tongue, he couldn't say iesu. So he said, Yeshua. Yeshua. Wait till y'all find out that the real Yeshua is a place, not a man. The original Yeshua is a place of high etheric light that, that saves the high etheric being after being down here in ooze and this darkness, dealing with man daily. They need a place of recuperation, high etheric light, a sauna, a spa. That place in the heavenly regions, thousands of years before even the true iesu Yeshua was even born. 70, 80,000 years before he was born, we find Yeshua in the heavens, saving, being the Messiah, the Redeemer of etheric angels, after coming down here and fucking with your lowly, stinking man ass. Huh? How much must these high-raised angels really love you to really go out there into Creator's high-raised heavens? I mean, and see wonders that would blow your mind. One after the other. Boom, boom. Oh my God. Creator is nuts. How much must he truly love you and love the Creator that he come down here, down to this darkness, to this fuckery, to this bullshit, and try to raise your ignorant ass up, raise my ignorant dumb ass up. I was a fool too. Cause mine was the worst of the worst. I know it. Because just like I live today, I don't tell you nothing, I don't back that shit up. When I was a evil nigga, I lived that way too. So imagine how much bad I did. I reap and I sow every day. Huh? But I woke up this morning. So it's all love and thanks to the Great Spirit, because there's some people who are way better than me that didn't. So the Great Spirit, say, I, the Great Spirit, write the gospel of iesu. It is the words I write on the soul. Ooh. And they express themselves as that which is acted out as living illustrations in the life of my iesu, my high-raised prophets. Ooh-wee. The gospel of the iesu is the words that the Creator writes on the soul. Ooh. Not only is the doctrine of truth, the deeds are of truth, man. We was just talking about this. I was talking about it with my homie, man. You can only prove a thing what a thing is by what a thing does. You can't tell me you an Israelite and you go out there and war. You can't tell me you an Israelite and you praised David. You can't tell me you a Israelite and you needed a book to teach you how to be one. You can't tell me you an Israelite and you feigning or imagining that you're eating a man's flesh and drinking his blood, but you an Israelite? You eating meat, cutting off goat heads, biting pig backs? Talking about you Israelite? That's exactly opposite of what the Israelites did. We was just getting into that. It's what you do that proves who you is. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it again. And I think I'm going to have to bring this out, but it's going to be hard on a lot of people. The 10 ways you can prove you're not an Israelite. Because if you did, because the people who today call themselves Hebrews, call themselves Jews, if you go on by the Talmudic or the biblical narrative, your narrative out of your mouth proves you're not an Israelite because your deeds are exactly in opposition in 180-degree turn to what Israelites actually did. You praise God, didn't you? Israelites didn't. Uh-oh. You lived in the kingdom, didn't you? You was in the kingdom of Israel, right? Y'all set that up. You proud of that, right? Israelites didn't. You had a king too, didn't you? David, Solomon, Saul. What's the nigga that had his booty tooted up in the air kissing the Assyrian feet? Huh? What's his name? What's his name, y'all? Oh man. Is it Joab? Joab? Dreadful say, these brews really Pharisees and Herodians. No, you laughing. You just told a truth. How long Malachi been telling you? These people that's claiming they Jews. Remember, a Jew and an Israelite are not the same thing. Huh? The priesthood of the Leviticans was created for the Jews who were what? Godless, barbaric, heathenistic, and of little knowledge. This is not what Cosmon is saying. This is what the creator of the universe called you niggas, Leviticans, wannabes, hangers on. Don't be mad at Cosmon. Don't try to give my channel a strike because I'm letting you know you're not an Israelite. No, I'm saying you're absolutely 100% a Jew. Black ones and white ones. None of that matters. I'm saying not one word of the Bible was written by the Israelite. Not one. No Israelite. Even Ezra, the nigga who wrote it, wasn't an Israelite. He was a Jew. This is why he had to go back to the enemies, to the Assyrians. Huh? He had to go back to the enemies, to the Egyptians, and go get their text and rewrite that. And they was passing that off as doctrine of the Israelites. You was usurping the history because you was barbaric and had none. Now let's get back to this. Hold on. Now let's get back to the book of the prophet. You dig what I'm talking about? The book of iesu. Huh? What Geno Jennings said? Read. Not only is this a doctrine of truth, the deeds are also of truth. Thus are my illustrations doubly illustrated, that all may understand. Of what useful purpose all the gospels ever inspired if they change not a man in his course? My gospels come with real power of spirit, full of potency, and change a man so that he becomes to himself as a new man. This is facts. If you ever picked up the law of one, you're different. If you ever read Owaspi, you're different. There's no way you go into the book of divinity. God speaks in the very first chapter, and this don't blow your mind. There ain't no other book in the world. There ain't none in the world where God tells you he's second fiddle. Not only second fiddle, I'm third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh fiddle in the line. It ain't none of the, not even the most highest raised God you could possibly even think of is anywhere near the Creator. He's as far as or as nearest to the Creator as he was a billion years ago as he is to us today. He ain't no different. He ain't changed. What I'm telling you is there are gods that are on levels that to us are incomprehensible, that they can't even comprehend the Creator. Ain't no angel high enough. Ain't no devil low enough. Ain't no on side of Jaja. If you've ever read a word of Owaspi, you are different. If you finish the book, first of all, I'm going to just tell you, and anybody who read it and really got into it, you've cried 2-3 times just reading it. Just out of loss of fear that there's a pressure off my back, you cried. None of y'all niggas tougher than me, and I cried. Let it sink in. None of y'all. This thing's something different. He said come full of potency. Not impotent, potent. And what it do? It change a man so that he become a new man to him, to his goddamn self. How many of y'all look in the sky now when you go outside? You ever think about how many times you ever went outside and never looked in the sky? How many of y'all look in the sky and now notice yourself looking in the sky? That's a changed behavior. You a different person. By my spirit doth a man perceive the truth in my words, so that he is sure of the path in his light in life he must follow. Huh? This is why he tell you to follow your highest light, not somebody else's, yours. Because man can perceive the truth in the words of the Creator, second hand, third hand, like Owaspi, third, fourth hand. By the time we got it, We don't believe this shit. We don't believe a goddamn thing. First of all, it's seen and unseen, so we know and don't know. But being a faith is being objective, understanding that there is a creator to all this goddamn creation. Is the beginning of all wisdom. Huh? Why do you think they stole the name Christ and Buddha and Brahma? It means the source of wisdom, the all highest knowledge. Because that's power. Huh? By my spirit, by what I write on man's soul, doth a man perceive the truth in my words, so that he is sure of the path in life he must follow. Not a little glory do I preach unto one nation in one cycle of the history of a star world. I speak through many iesu in order to reach the many. Time cometh when iesu have done that which I inspired him to do, which was to establish me in the hearts and minds of many. And when that labor is finished, I raise up many, not of iesu, and I qualify them by my inspiration, so that continuity is in all our labor. Let me go back and read that one more time. Time comes or cometh when iesu have done that which I inspired to do. So wait a minute. So if he done, ain't no need to come back. Uh-oh. What you tell him to do, Jaja? To establish me in the hearts and minds of the many. Okay. How many of y'all ever heard about God? You ever heard about a creator of worlds, moons, and stars? Huh? You ever heard of the Els, the Lords? Why you get them stories? To establish the creator, the idea that it's something greater than you already. Whether you call it God or you could call it Shu. You could call it he, she. You don't give a damn what you call it. And neither do we. Just make sure you proving that it's the right entity by a good deed. That's how you prove it's Jaja or of creator. Right? And when the labor is finished, I raise up many. Not of this iesu stuff. This is niggas that's gangster. Huh? These is niggas that's pussy, gay. Your everyday nigga. I raise them up. And I qualify them by my inspiration. You dig what I'm saying? Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. Let me turn the music up, man. Run the bass real quick for your boy. All right, let's get right back to it, y'all. You dig what I'm saying? Now look. They come to establish me in the hearts and minds of the many. And when that labor is finished, I raise up many, not of the iesu stock, but I qualify them by my inspiration, so that continuity is in all our labor. For without continuity in labor, look at this, create a gang, man. This is why we the foundation, huh? We the beginning of the harmony, the rhythm, the symmetry, and the beauty, huh? What they call it, the continuity. And how we raising them up? How we raising them up? By our labor. Things we do. And many times it's the small things. They're looking for these large, oh, you gotta help I feed 1,000 hungry, starving infants. No, nigga. Because what if you can't feed 1,000 every night? What if one night you can only feed 10? But you're not gonna feed them 10. This is when you're gonna need some faith. This is when you're going to need that continuity of symmetry and that beauty, that harmony. This is how you turn 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread to feed the masses. It ain't a trick. Huh? It's continuity and labor. It's will. Huh? What they say? For without continuity in a labor from beginning to the end, man, shout out to the 4 horsemen. It becomes a thing disjointed and confuses mortals. We ain't confused over here because they fail to see a logical progression in it. It's true. So I inspire mortals to sift and sieve for the pure truth in what? All doctrines. All doctrines. Huh? Shout out to the Creator Gang, man. We don't turn down nothing. I read your ranch. I read Colburns. I read the Megillah. You dig what I'm talking about? Read all the Enochian texts. Read everything, Bible, a homily, you name it. From the books of the dead to the Ed Fu texts. I done read them all. Why? What makes you want to do that? First of all, I'm tired of being lied to. I always knew I was being lied to. Wasn't until Owaspy that I was sure, that I knew for a fact that I was lied to. Not that I believed I was. I knew I was. And now I can tell you how, who, what, when, where, and why of my religious indoctrination and dogma. That's the difference in Owaspy. If it's vague, you lying. You wasn't there. You a nigga on earth trying to look up and tell about a story in the heavens. You ain't getting it from the gods sitting up high, looking down, telling the story from the high raised heavens down to man. That's the difference. That's how you know who really talking. That's why you got to look at Bible. This is the story from up, from down, talking up. The Megillah, from down, talking up. Right? This is why they don't never know none of the ancient mysteries. You want to tell you why they don't never know? Because they wasn't never there. Only a being, an entity who was there at the time of a thing can express the true inner and understanding of what's going on. This is why it makes so much logical sense that in the book of God, the first book of God, true God say, the creator say, my books don't come from the minds of men. They don't grow out the dirt. He said, I open up my heavenly libraries and broadcast lines of fire down to the minds of men. And then the words are rewritten of the people, of my sons and daughters who actually lived through that event. That means everything on earth from that time to now, even now, is being recorded and stored like data. This your so-called Akashic record. Y'all know what it is about Akashic. Anybody say Akashic to you, this is why yeah, just keep that between the faiths. Anybody get to talking about that Akashic record to you? And there was people even recently talking about Akashic records and blah, 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 blah. Let me just, if anybody get to talking about, not saying that the idea of it isn't real. Yeah, there is a heavenly library. Yep, it is. But the proof that you ain't never been there, right, is that you call it Akashic. Because you call it what the white boy, what they call him, the dreaming prophet. Remember, they told you that ain't no more iesu. Edgar Casey, the dreaming prophet. He called it the Akashic record. So y'all call it the Akashic record. Proving that you ain't never been there. Because if you went to McDonald's one time, you would know the difference between McDonald's and Burger King. Why? Because right on the building is the name of it. That's a quick clue that for anybody who that's trying to spiritualize you and talk to the ancestors for you, with you, by you. Be very careful of this shit. Right? Because as soon as they get to talking about the Akashic record, they already been proved by the words of their mouth. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. And that's on my father. That's on Jaja. Nigga, that's on my mama. It's something, this not something I believe. This something I know because I've been. So I'm just telling you, just look at it as me. Have I told you anything? Have I lied to you about anything else? Take it for face value. If I'm saying that the key, the proof that these niggas ain't been to this so-called higher heavenly kingdom of the library of God in heaven, nigga, because if you did been there, you'd have seen the big ass sign on the front that said the name of it. See if I'm lying. Go ask the prophets. Go ask any of the seers. Talk to the spirits or any of them. They'll tell you there's a name on the front. Written in lights, shiny. Just like Burger King would. Just like any business. Ain't a library of business on the earth? It's the same thing in the heavens. So guess what? It has signage. If they call it Akash, that means they duped. Not saying that they didn't see something. I'm just telling you, they ain't go to the right spot. They went to Burger King, and the nigga was trying to pass it off as McDonald's. Right? Went to 7-Eleven. Nigga was trying to pass it off as Ben and Jerry's. It's different. You walk in, you see the big orange 7 sign on the door. They serving slushies and quarter pounder hot dogs, and you dig what I'm talking about? A nigga telling you this is Ben and Jerry's. So be careful, because we done all heard some people spit this Akashic shit out their mouth lately. Yes, I inspired them with capacity. And then they say, well, then how, Cosmo? You do. I'm not trying to get you niggas. I don't give a damn if you believe it. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Jaja put it on my heart to teach. And just like iesu, those who get it get a higher light from it. Those who don't, it's not on me. I told you the absolute truth. And especially to the best I know it, that I can prove. You see what I'm saying? Y'all put it on me to talk this shit. Because there's some people who need it plain, without all the BS and the holy 1,000, 3,000. They don't like it like that. I don't like it like that. I'm from the hip-hop era. I'm from the time of knowledge and motion, man. Give me something smooth, something good that tastes good spiritually that I can rock with. And I'm good with that. I'll pick through it and eat what I like. And if I like it all, I'm going to eat it all. But I can't be mad at this brother that he don't like what I'm saying, even though I told him the truth. But he only wanted this part of the truth. I'm okay with that. Because guess what? It's going to be another one of these qualified. What he say? He qualified him to talk this. Only reason I talked this because I really looked at this, really put some common sense, really tried to make it make sense. And the crazy part is, for those who know me, they know I got a super green thumb. I've been growing shit for 30 plus years now. It was 30 years in 31 years. Yep, 1992 made it 30 years exactly. And I find a lot of what I get out of growing, you know what I mean, allows me to equate it to the spirit body. You did what I'm talking about? You feed it certain things, you get certain results. You make the environment a certain way, you get certain results. But everything is coming from outside this plant. But yet it's still living and growing by what is being put into it. This is a lot of the breakdown Creator was giving to me naturally. I didn't know I was learning this stuff. Wasn't until the last 10 years I even started getting this, and probably the last 5 to 6 years that I was really aware what I was doing. You know what I mean? We about to live, we live this, bro. Every day. Just do the best thing you know how possible in every situation. And then what you end up finding out is you end up being a real motherfucker. Huh? It's easy for me personally to be a real one. I don't know nothing else. So why not keep it real with my God? Keep it real with my creator. Keep it real with myself so I can keep it real with y'all. I inspire mortals to sift and sieve for the pure truth in all doctrines. Yes, I inspire them with the capacity to perceive the true and the false, even that which is purported to have come from me. So if Cosmon was up here talking this bullshit, I wouldn't get it. Y'all, if I was talking up here, y'all would call me on it, first of all. Also, if I was up here talking Jeebus, boy, I have 1 million followers. I have people bending over backwards to try to do this. This is why I do this. I do it from the heart. This is why I say share it with your family and your friends. I know for a fact I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but what you don't understand is I'm not just a cup of tea. I done laid out tea, coffee, Kool-Aid, pop. And then I laid out a whole 8-course meal for you. And I allow you to pick what you want. Huh? I'm not just a cup of tea. But I'm the truth. Tea for truth. I'm going to just tell you how it is. And if it makes sense to you, it do. But you ain't going to be... First of all, you can't prove I'm lying. If you're not even on these spiritual levels, you're not even vibing high enough. It'll take a faithist to call me out. And y'all know what I'm with that. Y'all know I try to correct myself when I feel I'm wrong. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I found out, man? The more that I've learned, the one thing that I've learned for sure is I don't know shit. The more that I've learned more that there's more to learn. That's why I like talking to people. Because you never know what they about to say, man. You never know what inspiration is on them. You dig what I'm talking about? And you see what they coming with, and then, you know, it's going to vibe with you. You're going to be able to perceive what they talking about, or you're not. It's going to sit well with you, or it ain't going to taste good. Facts. I give to each generation the capacity to possess greater knowledge than those before them. In their judgment, that which could not previously be seen for what it was is now plain for all to see. Damn, that was deep. Hold on, let me go back to that. Let me see. I give to each generation, right, the capacity to possess greater knowledge than their forefathers. So our sons are going to be able to have greater knowledge than us, and as we have greater knowledge than our grandparents, and they had greater knowledge than their parents. Facts. Okay, I can see how that worked. In their judgment, that which could not previously be seen for what it was. So they couldn't see a thing, what it was, is now plain for all of us to see. I think when I think of that, what comes to mind is, right, they couldn't have told you, right, our great grandfathers, our grandfathers and our great grandfathers, they couldn't have told you exactly what redlining was. They knew that they kept niggas over there. This is where the niggas go. Don't go over here and don't be caught over here after sundown. They knew it, but they didn't understand it or see it for exactly what it was. They didn't know the whole banking and land grabbing ideology behind redlining. They had no term for redlining. But now look at us. We see it for what it is in these days. Look at Jaja work. They judge accepted doctrine by my light within their understanding. Thus, the true and the good stand out. Man, I said this. Listen, I said this to who was I talking to? I was talking to Malachi Maccabee. I said, after you read Owaspy, when you read another book or you go back and read the book, the words, they stand out. They come off the page. When it's something of creator or of that little line of truth in there, it stand out. You can see it. The words literally shine off the page. I'm talking about literally shine off the page. They stand out. Your mind say, oh, when you read them. You know what I mean? They judge accepted doctrine by my light within their understanding. Thus the truth and the good stand out. But the false and that which cometh not of me also stands out in their judgment. It do. And so it falls by the way. Because it is not at one with truth spoken and truth acted out in life itself. Iesu speaks my words. Ooh-wee. They speak not of themselves. This is why Yeshua had them boys confounded. Hey, man, they was trying to play my dog like he was soft. Yeshua was not a punk. There is one story I absolutely believe in that Bible about this man when he went in there and whooped all the money changers. Now it's 3-4 money changers. Each of these 3-4 money changers got 3-4 niggas with them. You had to whoop the guard before you got to the money changer. How many niggas was he in there putting their hands up Peter? This wasn't no softy. Didn't nobody help him. He just whooped 12 niggas. And then healed them niggas. Get your ass up. They like, damn, dude. Yeah. Raise them up. You dig what I'm talking about? Punch a nigga in his eye. Boom. Create a gang. Then their eye went down. Like, oh, damn. Didn't Peter cut a nigga ear off? He put them up back on. Okay. How you learn how to do that? He was whooping the money changers. Okay. All right. This nigga didn't come talking God. He didn't come talking Father, Son, Holy Ghost. He wasn't talking none of that. He was talking that Jaja. He was coming with this hip hop. that knowledge in motion, right? Because what? Because it is not at one, or because it was truth spoken and truth acted out in life itself. This is hip hop. Truth spoken, truth acted out in real life. Hip hop, knowledge in motion. You want me to tell you the dopest thing too? Watch this. I just peeped this last night. Dig this. When you b-boying, right? You breaking, you dancing. You dig what I'm talking about? When you in your highest form of in the hardest dance to do in breaking, popping, locking, and b-boying, right? The hardest dance to do is called a what? Put it in the chat. The hardest dance to do when you break dancing, right, is what? When you at your ultimate b-boy madness, you are doing this dance. What is it called? Put it in the chat. It is called the windmill. You are spinning on your shoulders, making a vortex. Crazy. Sign of creation in everything. The windmill is the hardest dance to do in breaking, period. And what does it do? It makes you create the vortex. Here we go. Ron Yo, windmill. Dreadful Cosmon, the windmill. Huh? Elijah 7. Yeah. Jaja everywhere. You just got to be able to see it. Right. Spin up off that and you the earth. In the middle of the vortex. Crazy, right? Man, listen, perception. Am I wrong? Am I lying? Are you not creating a vortex? Oh, BCI, boy. Hey, boy. Don't. Nigga, how you, nigga. Yeah. Old school Cosmon. You dig what I'm talking about? Old school Cosmonian. You dig what I'm talking about? I come down banging that nucleus. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What? Well, I was a fool with it when I was breakdancing and all that shit. I'm going to just give you for real. I thought I was really 3 people in my entire life. I don't care. Listen. First, I thought I was Run. Run this. Nigga, you couldn't have told me I wasn't Run until I seen LL. What? You couldn't have told me I wasn't LL. You couldn't have told me. And then I seen Kool Moe D. Ooh wee. That was my nigga Kool Moe. I used to have a trench coat. I I did Wild Wild West in a talent show and won. I used to live downtown, 129th Street, Convicts. What? I won a talent show with that. Yeah. I was probably about 8, 9 years old. Man, what? I might even been younger than that. But yeah. Couldn't have told me nothing. Oh yeah, hip hop, my culture. You dig what I'm saying? That's the Algonquin way. He say, iesu speak my words. They speak not of themselves. Therefore, will those who follow in their path speak my words and not their own. I know niggas get tired. I even get tired of myself and saying, man, I don't know, watch me say. You know what I mean? Being real. How many of y'all, I know y'all get tired of me saying it. No, we don't know none of them, cuz. We don't know no 888s, cuz. Trying to sell me some bullshit. Let me blow this back up real quick. All right. Hold on. Let me go. Okay. Those who follow in their path, on the path of the iesus, the last great iesu, right, that we know about, Creator said, was Yeshua. That's my big brother. You dig what I'm talking about? That's Jaja's son. Guess what? I'm Jaja's son. That's my brother then. Because that's my father. Those who follow in their path, they speak Jaja words. Not their own. Judge thou all gospels with this in mind. Gino, you're going to have to come see Cosmonian. Yeah, we got a book for you, Gino. That white. Yeah, we got something for you. Me and Brian's Yogi. Me and Dreadful Cosmon. Malachi Maccabee. Daryl Cosmon. Shila Shalom. We gonna make you read. Because we want Bible. We ain't got nothing but Bible for you. As a matter of fact, he said, look at the remnant of the Algonquins. Their book is a power today. Uh-oh. That means Bible ain't got nothing for it. I ask not that mortals have faith in me through the wonders and magic performed. No healing, no making the blind see. Don't believe in the Creator because of that shit. Man can do that, period. Some people is just turned on a little more than others. As a matter of fact, you're going to be able to do that too. Right? Get some faith from Creator. It all happens. But through the doctrine, reaching the heart. Not because of some magic or fear. You can't scare me into loving you. You ain't going to shame me into loving you. Oh, you're going to go to hell if you're going to hell, boy. No, I ain't. It's not through that magic that a nigga did that you supposed to believe in Jeebus. but the doctrine that's reaching the heart. Gospels that overawe mortals by emphasis on miraculous come not from me. They are inventions of angelic minds, having used my doctrines in part for their own purposes. Look at that. A gospel revealing normality of judgment from infancy of iesu can seem reasonable. Judge to see which is of me. Some iesu have performed great feats. Others worked no miracles. Yet my power and my wisdom overshadowed each. Judge on the merit contained in the doctrine. As the development is in nature, so likewise with the spirit of a mortal. Nothing that promises quick salvation hath my wisdom in it. That twinkling of an eye does not have the Creator's wisdom in it. It is the blending of many elements that make the spirit strong. This is orderly growth. I have given thee my powers to reason, discern, and conclude. Use these powers. Use thou these powers to good purpose. And the true gospel of iesu, thy spirit will impart to the corporeal senses. Whatever thou believest in time, it will be my voice, speaking in soul words to thy spirit that will become he or the only truth that is truth to thee. So your personal truth is the only truth that is. Look at the individuality. Look at the personage. Look at the oneness that he allowed everybody to get this. But then guess what? His voice ain't gonna change. So the same thing he gonna tell me, he gonna tell Selah. Same thing he tells Selah, he gonna tell Daryl Cosmon. Same thing he tell Daryl Cosmon, he gonna tell Malachi Maccabee. Gonna tell Tikva, gonna tell Shana, gonna tell Ima Huba. It ain't gonna be no different doctrine. How is it possible we stay in 4 different regions, many of us not even ever having shooken hands with each other, and we come saying the same thing all at the same time, just from our own different perspectives? How? And then how in 1881 is Owaspi telling you that's what's going to happen? And that the niggas was going to do it. And then tell you that the nigga is the Indian. Boom. Go ahead, Jaja. Give this man a round of applause. Y'all don't feel that dichotomy shift? Only two things you've been saying for the last 20 years, that you was an Indian and that you somehow Israel. Or dealing with the people that dealt with Israel. Yep. When you get all that bullshit out the way, you're going to figure out man is just man. Don't matter what his color he is. Don't matter where he from. Man is man is man. Whatever thou believest in time, it will be my voice. Ooh. Speaking in soul words to thy spirit that will become the hope, the only truth that is, which is truth to thee. Then shalt thou discard former part revelations of truth, whether in thy gospels or any sacred writings established by men and angels. My gospel I will write on thy soul myself, that the many shall find faith in the true and real Father and be happy in life, are the words written. As the womb is to the unborn child, so is corpora to the spirit of the mortal. Corpora is no more the real life, or the physical body is no more the real life, than is the womb the real life of an unborn child. Look at that. The real life begins when mortals die in corpora, or die in the physical body, and see it no more through senses of corpora. Alike to those having faith in the true and real Father, and those not having faith in which we declare true. Wait a minute. Alike to those having faith in the true and real Father, and those not having faith in this which we declare true, therefore rejoice in life, because thou art already immortal. We says, so love this life, whatever it is, love it. Everything you do, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, love it all. Because this ain't it. This just in for the physical part. It's onwards and upwards. We out of here. We're not about to be stuck here in no Jerusalem, falling out the sky, a little high school falling out the sky, a prison falling out the sky, bound here on earth, thrown in hell for 1,000 years. I pass. Here you go, Jeebus. You can have mine. I'm straight. Right? This truth cancels the premises upon which other faiths were established. Thou mayest call on gods, lords, and saviors till thou heart weary of praying, and nothing will disprove the reality thou shalt encounter in spirit. See, you can call on all the gods, lords, and saviors you want to, till your knees get dusty. till what they say, till you sweat blood. Nigga, nothing gonna disprove what's gonna happen to your monkey ass once you die. It's some shit after this. And anybody telling you it ain't, don't argue with them no more. Just understand their inspiration and where it come from. This is a fucked up nigga. Why? Because this off shit makes sense to him, and he got it written on his soul, and it's not sitting right with him because he believe his mind and only what he can see. Creator said, I am the seen and the unseen. And the seen, the stuff you can see, the objective physical part, is the impotent part. Uh-oh. Nigga, don't matter how much you can cry to Jeebus all you want to. When you see a naughty head drunk in heavens, then what? That ain't gonna stop you from going to this real spiritual life after your physical life, nigga. Don't matter if you don't believe in it. Who cares what you believe? You don't know anything. That's why you don't have any power over it. This is why you must be stuck in belief, because you don't know. Ask yourself, do you believe in God? If you do, that is a problem. We don't got to believe in the Creator. We can look out our window. You ever seen anything move? It moves spirally. From energy to cars, nigga. Yeah. It's the rotation. Vortexes in everything. Huh? Give a damn what you believe. Nigga, pray till your knees collapse. Get on your knees and dust them muds off and grow a new pair. It don't matter who you call on, nigga. That ain't gonna stop what's gonna happen in the spiritual world. Thou will inquire of those in life who will declare, we are sustained in life by the true and real Father. When sufficient have echoed these words, when they say, create a gang, thou will perceive in a relevance of much belief necessary for salvation. Thou wilt perceive what? Hold on. When sufficient have echoed these words, thou wilt perceive the irrelevance of much believed necessary for salvation. Don't they believe they got to do a whole bunch? They make it real hard. I'm not better than nobody. We make it harder on ourselves than it actually is, right? Anybody ever read Owasby and never picked that part up? This thing way easier. Try to purify yourself. Do good shit for other people. And try to do the best you can. That's living to your highest life. That's it. That's it. It ain't say nothing about praying. It didn't say nothing about gods. It didn't say none of that. Try as best as you can. Purify yourself. Purify your body. Do good stuff to other people. And try to do it to the best of your highest life. That's it. That's the whole quote unquote law. That's it. Huh? When enough people say that, what? Then thou will perceive the irrelevance of much of that biblical dogma. Right? Much of it is bullshit. None of it necessary for salvation. Because of thy great, almost sudden joy, thou wilt desire to convey this to mortals. Huh? But few will believe. That's why I only got 175 people on my channel. See, I've been on 15 years. You only got about 10, 12,000 people. Why? How is that possible? How is that possible? See, we got this stuff and we try to tell them, we try to give them Jehovah Chronicles. But few will believe. Being unwilling to shed their beliefs, thy own happiness will be marred by this unbelief in mortals who know not the true and real Father. Yeah, it is. When you're watching these people prosper around you, man, for doing fuckery. Maybe I should do an experiment. Maybe I should just do this experiment. What y'all think about this? What y'all think about this? Right? What if I make a Christian channel? And I go crazy on, I'm Jeebus crazy. I mean, I could whip them into a frenzy. You see how fast I can get to 375 members. How much you want to bet? I'm willing to bet it don't take 2 days. I bet you if I was talking some bullshit, I have thousands and a million followers. Look what the sister say. Shout out to Sister Tabitha, man. Shout out to everybody in the Caribbean, all the faith that's out there. The sons of James, the sons of Thomas. You dig what I'm talking about, aka the Thomasina. All my good folks in Brazil, French Guyana, home of my 7th great grandmother, Selassie Tamiyakite. Shout to all the people in Venezuela. Shout to all the faithers in southern Mexico and Guatemala. Also, shout out to my brother Thomas in Belize. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to all the faithers all over the world. Because of that great sudden joy of getting this understanding of Creator, thou will desire to convey this to mortals, Cosmon. You're going to try to whip up a Jehovah Chronicles, Cosmon. Look what the sister say, though, real quick. One of the most pitiful moments for me is attending a Christian funeral service and listening to the rapture and hellfires. Damn. You dig what I'm talking about? You're going to put that Jehovah Chronicles together, Cosmon, but few going to believe it. Being unwilling to share their beliefs. They gods, they lords, they saviors. Why not get something bigger? Something better. When your God is too small. When I, a man, can show the contradiction in the deeds of your God, you need to make a bigger one. Okay, so make another hove. Wasn't y'all listening? The Creator hath given each immortality by virtue of the fact of mortality. Damn. Bars. Hold on. What? What did he say? Hold on. The Creator hath given each immortality by virtue of the fact of mortality. Bars. Nor can the words of any created be of more effect than the words of the Creator. Ooh, or change this in any way. Huh? All is in subject. All it said, the all is, was, and never shall be. Huh? Nor can the words of any created be of more effect than the words of the Creator. Damn. Life is the Creator's gift and is his alone to give. If men seek for happiness in life, release from the burden of guilt, then this gospel will be of greater effectiveness than promises made in which they cast themselves helplessly on another for salvation. Iesu spoke as moved by the Great Spirit, and their doctrine differs not from our words. Iesu, we are one in the Creator's emancipated worlds. What? Cosmon don't say nothing different than Selah and Malachi and Daryl. How is it we all saying, using the same words, but saying them in a different way? We got the same exact doctrine, saying them in a different way. showing that oneness, huh? That continuity. Jaja is dope. I keep telling y'all, this dude, he's something else. When I get to thinking of that mind behind some of this stuff, I'm like, man, come on. There's some questions. There's some things I need to know. You dig what I'm talking about? I've been one of them kids. I tear your TV apart and try to figure how to put it back together. I was one of them kids. You couldn't understand how many whoopings I got, but I put that stuff back together. I can make a broken work. Release yourself of the burden of guilt. Then this gospel will be of greater effectiveness than promises made, which they cast themselves helplessly on another for salvation. Iesu spoke as moved by the Great Spirit, and their doctrine differs not in words. Iesu, we are one in the Creator's emancipated world. Huh? Shout to the 4 horsemen. Happiness in life comes of faith in the true Father, who writes living truths upon the soul by direct inspiration. Who does that? The greater gospel than any heard hitherto is this gospel. It is written both in words, touched by the Spirit with life, and by the all person on the soul. The Great Spirit Iowa is the one life of all who enter life. No greater gospel will ever be revealed to mortals. It is the highest truth any man receives. What? It gives the soul deep and utter peace. It does. The lesser beliefs left too many question marks and doubt to be of any permanent value. But when you understand the Father and understand that he ain't God, that he's something greater, that he made the highest God. He made him, shaped him up like clay dough. And when he done with him, he'll sweep him to the side. Huh? That guy. The guy who made suns, moons, stars, solar systems, the galaxy. That guy. When you realize that he ain't God, and mind you, Wasp be the only book in the world where God speaks, tells you who, what, when, where, and why. Ain't no other one. He telling you what to do, to fear him, whatever. He giving you orders, laws, all this shit. You dig what I'm talking about? He ain't never told you who he was. What I do, who we work with, who worked for me, where we be at. He never did none of that. It's only in one place. We're going to read chapter 5 and then we're going to make a part 2. Faith is the hope within. The emeth is the hope within. That faith in the unseen will be vindicated. Look at it. It is the belief in the mortal heart that the unseen is. Damn. Hold on, let me go back. That was deep. It is the belief in the mortal heart that the unseen is. That in it are unseen worlds you will one day see, just as you see and hear in the earth life. Iesu sees and hears the unseen just as mortals see and hear things around them. There is no need for them to have faith in the unseen because it is plain and obvious. It's objective. But not so is it with the majority of mortals. The mortal has faith in things. objectively perceived through the corporeal senses. Even these do not always see reality as it is. So just have faith in all. Just have all faith in these is open to question. Yet the mortal has more faith in these than in the unseen, where the real is seen as it actually is. Ooh, wee. Iesu speak of the great spirit. Yeshua wasn't talking God. He wasn't talking Lord like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Huh? He was talking like an Essene Nazarene. Huh? The real Israelites. Huh? What is the Nazarene code? It is the Ameta Shabbat. Wasn't no different. These the real Israelites. Iesu speak of the great spirit, the creator, who is not seen as a man sees his friend face to face, yet is seen in all things when faith opens the eyes to see properly. Yet the mortal will rather prefer one seen face to face as a man sees his friend. And so he worships not the true Father, but a substitute for the true Father. So his faith is not faith at all. He worships iesu. Oh, wait, they worship Jesus. They worship Sakaya Gautama. They worship Confucius. They worship Quetzalcoatl and Manito. He worships Osir and Horus. He worships Iesu, the Savior, not knowing what he does. He hath nothing more than faith and idol worship. Look at it. I ain't saying it. Fight Jaja. Iesu tells man to worship the Father only. Creator only over here. Shout to the Creator. Gang. No gods, no lords, no saviors. You have been for 6,000 years, less than 25 years, standing on it. Since the time of Zarathustra. Huh? Since the early beginning of the Adamites and Sethites. Huh? Since the Enochian times, since the times of Noah, you've been standing on it. The real Iesu tells man to worship the Creator only. No Father, Son, Holy Ghost, just the Father. But man understands not the greatness of the all-person. Cannot take him in. I get it. For the great spirit escapes his limited definitions. So the mortal defines a thing within his own limits and proclaims, I have faith in God. The pretense holds no matter with us. Iesu speaks of faith in the great I am. This is what real Yeshua was talking about. They established Jehovih, the great spirit, in the understanding of some only. It's not going to be everybody. Some people get it. That is their labor. Later come false angels who use suitable portions of the Iesu doctrine and slant it so mortals have faith in them. So Iesu doctrine, as it reads in your sacred scriptures, is a combination of true and false. Neither can the mortal know, right? Neither can the mortal know which is which till he finds the real Father for himself. Because what it told you earlier, the words stand out. So in Matthew 10:34, when he told you, I didn't come to bring peace. I came to bring a sword. Understand who talking. Do that sound like a loving, all-forgiving, non-warring creator to you? When he tell you, I'm going to make your daddy your greatest op? Come on, man. Then the mortal has faith in the true Father, and nothing can shake his faith. Sell a faith. Try to sell a faith that's on the Savior born of man. Any one of us. Even the youngest faithers. They like, So what? Faith grows. It becomes hope vindicated. Look at this. Faith in your Father becomes vindicated hope. It's going to happen. This is what they keep talking about. Oh, you bring it into existence. No, nigga. It's that knowing. It's that faith that there is a creator. Which is the hope vindicated. It is no more just hope, but solid facts, axioms established in vast eons of time. These change not because the wind carries some sudden new philosophy that lasts a couple of 1,000 years. To have faith in Jehovah is to become as a man high on a mountain who looks both down and up. His perspective of things is more balanced. The scene below him tells of mortals immersed in busyness, rarely looking up. Oh, didn't we just bring that up? The scenes above spell out the vastness of the eternal. For forever he looks, there is never, for wherever he looks, there is never a boundary to be seen. So he returns to the valley below, but is never as one solely concerned with the affairs of mortals. His perspective of life is a true one, and he goes his way in life with the heart set on a good few of his fellow mortals ever discern. The faithist in the Great Spirit is a pilgrim in the flesh. We gonna pass through it, and it will bid him farewell without reluctance or lingering regrets. Your body, when you gone, it's gone. Ain't no reincarnation. This is perpetual resurrection. Onwards and upwards. No regression. Like the brother say, no coming back to the bird's nest. We going to fly. Because nothing belonging to the order of the permanent was to be found in it. The gods and goddesses of the Creator will seem to smile on him, as if giving encouragement. He will become his own Savior. I don't need Jeebus. I don't need Muhammad. I don't need the Minister Farrakhan. I don't need Elijah Muhammad. Why, Cosmo? Why you don't need them? Because I will become my own Savior. I save myself. Two opposing kingdoms will struggle within him for supremacy. This is what they call God and the devil. Yeah. Sonetta always tell you that this is God and the devil is man. And I don't debate that. But it's really the two in the one. And they're going to struggle within man for supremacy. This is your God and your devil. It's you. Unless he have faith in Jehovah, his own kingdom of heaven will be drawn down by Corpor and will become as shambles. Behold, O mortal, the kingdom of heaven is within, and also the kingdom of the Tetrarchs, the 7 deadly sins, whose captain is Satan or yourself. Satan literally means self. Gives a whole new definition of Jesus talking to Satan in the desert, don't it? Yeah, he was talking to his lower self. Then cometh the prince of the worldly spirit, laying just claims to those ruled by his spirit. In vain shalt thou call upon thy sacred names for salvation. To that condition which is in affinity with thyself must thou go. So what you're bound to on earth, you're bound to in the heavens, because thou art ruled by the spirit that ever is in opposition to Creator. Iesu declared the true faith in all ages, which was in the pacifist disposition that fought not, killed no living creatures. Did the Jews fight? Yep. Did the Hebrews fight? Yep. Did the Israelites fight? Nope. Kill no living creatures. Did the Jews kill shit? Yup. Did the Leviticans kill stuff? Yup. Did the Hebrews kill creatures? Yup. Israelites didn't. Even true God came down and told them niggas, nigga, that wasn't me. I ain't tell y'all niggas to sacrifice nothing. You did that shit. You put your banners onto Moloch. You walked around with him for 40 years. We was over here with Moses. Y'all went east. Moses went west. Where y'all was at? And lived in mortal life, ever knowing the eye of the Creator, read the deep secrets of the heart at all times. It was a true faith because no pretense was in it. What greater pretense can any man have than to believe he will be changed in the twinkling of an eye? No realistic faith could possibly lead to such conclusion. Therefore, that faith becomes an unreal faith and encourages deceit. Shall a sword be complementary to a cross? To believe this is to believe heaven governed by the same laws that govern mortals. And it is not so. The true cross in the heart of the eternal is not as the cross in thy scriptures. Iesu would not speak false. Therefore, that which is false in thy scripture cannot be of Iesu. For whoso takes to the heart true Iesu doctrine will always find the true Father and have faith in him. To find the Father, to reveal the Father, this is all. And for his glory alone. That's it. Here you go. Neither mortal nor angel can truly be happy in life or find a worthwhile meaning in life to their own life until they find the Father. A life of separateness from the Father must always take the soul away from the Father. Faith in the Father is the end of such a road in life. The Father has implanted the star of true faith in everyone. None need walk in darkness. The Father will always speak in the still, gentle voice to the one seeking light and lead the seeker for truth in his own ways. The Father is very close to everyone and is easiest of all persons to know. Look at that. Extreme liberty gives the Father to each person. Extreme. They have liberty even to reject the Father if they do so choose. And the Father will be just as loving a Father in spite of rejection. So dearly hath the Father loved mortals that he has been with them right from the beginning and never once has left them devoid of light. Let me see if we can hurry up and get this done real quick. I gotta go get the short leggers. All iesu lives revealed. All iesu lives revealed the Father. It was the purpose intended, nor sought iesu a glory bestowed on them by mortals or anyone. Inconceivable would be the idea of establishing a religion based on themselves as the foundation stone. Iesu put it plainly, saying, I am mortal, worship me not, worship only the Creator, the great Spirit, Yahweh. This was the foundation stone of their doctrine. In this did they all speak with one accord, though thousands of years separated them in time and space. So the same thing I'm saying, Yeshua said. Same thing I'm saying, Moses said. The same thing I'm saying right now is the same thing Abram said. Guess what? The same thing I'm saying right now, 9,000 years ago, Zarathustra was saying. Jaja ain't switch up on you. He didn't change. Those amongst mortals who follow in their spirit today say the same things. They reiterate the ancient faith and speak not a new doctrine. Whatever new doctrine comes to mortals comes not of Jehovah, nor those who are one with him. The ancient doctrines contained all that was sufficient and required nothing added to them. These revelations are contained in OASP and are all comprehensive. Yet the revelation of truth is always unfolding. There is only one true faith. All others are deviations or perversions of doctrines taught by iesu from Zarathustra to Joshu, and are a blend of truth and error, very cunningly mixed. Iesu say, I am immortal as you. Worship not me. Worship Yahweh, the great Spirit. Neither let others come and lead you into idolatry. Yes, you go down, lest you go down into darkness for a long time. Man, if you got something up out of this, man, hit me with a 1 in the chat. Hit me with a 1 in the chat. Yeah. Jesus was overcoming himself. He knew he had this power. Yeah, I could have called. He was a gangster. Man, I should call. What he was saying was, man, I'll call down these goddamn angels on these niggas. These niggas get on my nerves. I could call down these. This is what his Lord, his Satan of himself was saying. I'll call down fire and brimstone on these niggas. Gonna treat me like this. I'm dropping no game to these niggas. These niggas gonna try to stone me. But then he said, oh, goddamn, man, thou shalt not tempt the Lord. Yeah, you know what I mean? He knew the higher law. You dig what I'm saying? He knew the higher law. So he convinced himself not to do it. That was all in his mind. Imagine actually having the power to call it down, though. That's different. Well, yo, thank everybody for coming through, man. We're going to have to end this one a little abruptly, man. This is your boy Cosmoni. I'm throwing on my moon boots and my goggles. Got to go get the short ones from school real quick. All right. Much love and light, man. We'll get back to a part 2. I'm let me see. Hold on. What is this? 65? I think it's 64. This is Jehovah Chronicles 64. You get what I'm saying? And we're just gonna leave it like that. You dig what I'm saying? And we're gonna come back and do a part 2, man. Thank everybody for coming through, man. Much love. This your boy Cosmoni. Breathe in, let the light in, man. I'm out.